that's needed in a rivalry game like this.
There aren't a lot of guys that have played in multiple games in this series either, so we're going to follow that as the game progresses. Take a look at our starting lineup. It is brought to you by Jeep, and one of the matchups you want to see, a couple of big guys. Also, Iguodala against Tyler Wall.
Two of the more multi-skilled forwards in all of college.
You got Marquette in the light blues today. The road reds for the Wisconsin Badgers. This is the 129th meeting between these two programs, and they are both chomping at the bit to get it going.
Well, Jeff, you know, we live in this part of the country, so we know how good this rivalry is. A lot of people around college basketball will get their first glance at this particular rivalry today.
Marquette still riding high after their victory against Baylor. They were number 6 in the country at the time. Tyler Wall already going to work on Omax Prosper down low. Three ball by Jones, and he is true on his first shot of the day.
Well, we were talking to the sports information director, Marquette Scott, and he was talking about Jones had more arc on his shot. You can see now his shooting percentage has improved because of that slight adjustment.
They're coming off of a career-high 20 against the Baylor Bears on Tuesday. Meanwhile, Wisconsin coming in at 5-2. Played well down to the Bahamas. One on the shot clock. Jordan Davis couldn't get an offensive rebound by Crowell, and a reset, a fresh 20 for the Badgers.
And Wisconsin's sneaky on the offensive glass. Marquette really going to have to clean it up, because the Badgers will get it back and they'll grind you.
Max Klesmit knocks down the baseline jumper. He's been running a lot of point here for the Badgers recently.
Only had 3 attempts in their last game against Wake Forest, so that's a great sign for the Badgers.
Prosper dials up a 3, and Crowell corrals the rebound. There's one thing for Marquette today. They have to stay patient. This is a Wisconsin team that wants to slow them down. Hepburn made one man miss. His 3 is good. And Wisconsin's got the lead.
Well, Chucky picking up right where he left off against Wake Forest. Career high 23. Looked very comfortable on that release.
Drive by Mitchell. Teardrop no good. And the rebound by Tyler Wall.
A great atmosphere here this afternoon, Jeff. A lot of buzz around the city, and it's all coming to this building here in Fiserv Forum.
Wisconsin is number 1 in this building. Last time they beat Marquette in Milwaukee. You got to go back to the old Bradley Center, which is now just rocks outside.
The Iguodala really directing the team from the point center position. What a move.
Starting to see also Iguodala really blossom in this role. He is more forefront now on this roster as a junior.
But look how the defense is scrambling for Marquette. Just trying to pick up the next opponent. Oh, what a pass.
Great feed by Krause. He hits Tyler Wall.
Those guys work so well as a tandem. They're almost on a rope. Wall and Crowell really have a nice sense where each other wants to be.
Poland leans in. Fresh 20. Jones for 3. 1 out of his first 2 for Cam Jones.
Tyler Wall looked like he got thrown out of the mix there. I like this officiating crew here of Jeffrey Anderson, James Breeding, and Bert Smith. Fair, but they'll let them play.
Hepburn step back jumper, and he's good. He's 2 for his first 2.
Boy, he looks comfortable too, Jeff. Locked in, looking for his shot early in the possession.
Hepburn came in shooting just 33% from the floor. Better than 40% though from beyond the arc. Prosper driving, lost it on the way up, and he's going to go to the line. Max Prosper, 2 shots coming. Great guard in his 8th season at Wisconsin, going for win number 150. 2-time Conference Coach of the Year, 2020, and then last year as well. Shared the Big Ten title with Illinois.
Doesn't get enough credit nationally, in my opinion. He does a fantastic job with his program. They develop players as well as any other program in college basketball. Go back to Frank Kaminsky. Tyler Wall has stepped up in this version of it. And a number of big men. John Lure, I mean, I can go on and on.
Ethan Happ and Nate Reavers, guys that have fallen in those same footsteps.
Brian Butch.
Yeah, Brian Butch.
Our buddy.
Connor Sejan steps in for the first time. Young freshman out of Indiana. Haven't been a lot of folks coming from the state of Indiana going to Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm surprised he got out of the state borders as well as he shoots the basketball.
No doubt. First player since 1997, Charlie Wills. That was a significant amount of run for Wisconsin out of the state of Indiana. Sejan's been great.
Now, Sean Jones in the game right now, guarding right here on the ball. Chucky Hepburn, he heats the ball up well, Jeff. So look for him to try to extend pressure and speed up the Badgers a little bit.
7 to shoot, Wall. Felt that double come, and he turned it over. Get a kick. Back-to-back turnovers here. Chucky Hepburn is off to a good start for the visiting Wisconsin Badgers. He's got 5 early points. Knocked down a triple and the baseline jumper to get Wisconsin. Badgers have 7. You've got 4 on the Marquette team. You see Shaka Smart, number 2, and maybe it's just from Shaka Smart shoot around today. Kola trying to finish his shots.
Yeah, one of the assist leaders in college basketball. I think he passes up shots too much. That's what Shaka was talking about. That was a strong move right there against pretty good defensive pressure.
Just a 1-point game. Hepburn shakes one, knocks down his 3rd shot of the afternoon.
And Chucky Hepburn looks like he's in his backyard back in Omaha, Nebraska. Very comfortable here to start this game.
Kolek off of his knee and out of bounds. A turnover for Marquette. Wisconsin with a 3-point lead. Jordan Davis checking in.
Pressman with some good hands there coming out of the game, but he did a good job of forcing that turnover. Kolek thought he was fouled, but James Breeding didn't see it that way.
See a lot of this pressure coming from Marquette this afternoon, and the goal here, don't be content with just getting them across the half line. Defend the entire floor.
What a luxury to have your forward bringing the ball up against pressure with Tyler Wall.
Six to shoot, patient Badgers offense. McGee on the floor for the first time, turned it over.
And McGee trying to make something happen in a shortened clock situation. Marquette loves that.
McGee coming into this game had only seen 19 total minutes this season. Transfer from Green Bay. Iguodala, nice backdoor pass and a foul. Pretty good glare right there from Cam Jones, too, up at the trees of Wisconsin.
You caught that as well. That was good. See, backdoor, Cam Jones trying to get free, and Carter Gilmore's like, no, you're not coming through easily through the paint.
So Wall goes and has a seat. Immediate timeout coming up in about 30 seconds. Iguodala's been quiet thus far. Joplin trying to drive. Joplin too strong on his shot off the window.
That was good defense by Gilmore, straight up and down. I think Joplin tried to make the shot over the top. That's all you can do.
A couple of kids who played high school basketball against each other not too far from downtown Milwaukee.
But look how patient Wisconsin is. Proud pass out of the second double team that time.
And Kamari McGee hits the 3. It's his first points as a Badger.
That's a great sign for Wisconsin. Again, you get multiple scores to start the game. You set the tempo to your liking.
Wisconsin 3 for 5 from beyond the arc to start. They were one of the worst teams in the conference shooting the 3 last year. Get a foul. Well, Wisconsin, certainly they've done a nice job here on the road. Good, nice, patient offense from Wisconsin. So totally different styles of teams that Marquette played on Tuesday to what they're doing today against Wisconsin. Badgers extremely patient, waiting for their shots. it's going to be a real testament to what Shaka Smart's team is going to be able to do, not settling for shots early in the shot clock, but waiting it out to make sure they get a quality shot.
Yeah, they're going to have to work a little bit harder and deeper into the shot clock than they would prefer. But there was a point of emphasis in shoot-around this morning. See how they respond.
Iguodaro isolated. His shot is good. Iguodaro, 4 points early.
I think Iguodaro could be much better utilized offensively. I know he's content with his role right now, but come Big East play, I think he's going to have to look to score a little bit more.
He's as athletic as a guy that nobody's talking about in this country, not just the conference or in the Midwest.
I totally agree with you, Jeff, and I think he has a chance to play at the next level based on his size, length, and skill set and high IQ.
McGee followed his own shot and got the rebound in the bucket, too.
McGee is providing tremendous minutes right now for Wisconsin. Chucky Hepburn on the bench able to rest. And the Badgers haven't lost a beat.
Stevie Mitchell ran into Jordan Davis on that potential drive. A little reset here for Marquette's offense. Iguodaro with the left hand this time, rimmed in and out.
A great shot, though. High percentage look. He's very comfortable getting to his spot.
Marquette shooting 50% from the floor. The only problem, Wisconsin shooting nearly 70%. One thing Shaka Smart was talking about, even though they beat Baylor going away, it was too easy to get buckets. They forced the turnover here. Mitchell 1-on-2, tough shot. Couldn't get anything out of the turnover.
Sometimes you got to pull up short and just maintain possession of the basketball. 1-on-2, not good average or good odds there for Mitchell.
Paint touch for Crowell. There's the double again. Passes out of it to a wide open Klesmit.
Great recognition by Stephen Crowell. Looked like he was in trouble there and just waited for Klesmit to come open at the last second. Beautiful execution out of the double team.
7 for Klesmit thus far. Ben Gold on the floor, one of the talented freshmen from Marquette. Turned it over, and a bad pass. Klesmit there to deflect it. 9-2 run for the Badgers. Almost 4.5 minutes.
And 9-2 run by the Badgers, and it's basically been done by the non-starters here.
Iguodaro pokes it away. Cam Jones smartly patient with this offensive possession. Good wall that time by Gilmore.
Wow, they were getting fouled there. That was a foul on the drive.
Turned into 3 for Ross. The officials keeping the whistles in their mouths.
They really are. They may have one of those late twice to catch or something, because I mean, there's some body shots on both sides being delivered.
Marquette does not have a personal foul on their ledger. We're coming up on 8 minutes to go in the first half. Just 3 for Wisconsin. Backdoor cut and then through a couple of fingertips. Here come the Golden Eagles.
Marquette has done a good job of forcing turnovers here in the first half, but they haven't been able to capitalize. 8th in the country with 20 points a game off turnovers, but they have not been able to do that here thus far.
5 from the Badgers. Iguodaro. Nice feed to Stevie Mitchell.
I'm telling you, you can play off Iguodaro. You can put him at the high post. You can put him in the low post. And here comes the crowd.
First foul of the game committed by Marquette. Stevie Mitchell picks up the first. Chase Ross off the bench providing some energy here for Marquette.
Well, Chase Ross, you're talking about the young freshman, kept the ball very well.
Ross. Chucky Hepburn is back in for Wisconsin. Kamari McGee with some quality minutes here in this first half. Off the bench for the Badgers.
Oh, he did an outstanding job.
Hepburn's been perfect so far. Touch for Crowell. Mismatch here with Ross.
Nice patience by Davis, giving it back to Crowell in the post.
There's the double from Iguodaro and a walk. 6th turnover in this first half for Wisconsin.
I'm telling you, that the defense, when you're in a double team like that, it's very difficult to maintain your balance. They really crowded Crowell, no pun intended, there to force a turnover.
I like what you did there. Cam Jones into the painted area. That's Prosper. Now Jones, his three is good.
I'll tell you what, Cam Jones and David Joplin from Marquette, they both bring the rain when they shoot threes. Great arc on their releases.
Now the three by Sejan. Out of bounds. An 8-0 run for Marquette to get right back in it. You mentioned the arc on the shot from Cam Jones, something he's been working on over the last couple of weeks. He was bringing the rain here.
Yes, he is. And that gives the ball a chance to drop nicely into that rim, you young players who are watching. Get some arc on that jump shot.
Rim is a little bit more friendly.
That's right.
Marquette trying to take their first lead since it was a 3-2 game. Prosper on wall, good spin move, and he couldn't hit the layup.
Tyler walled up very well defensively to force that miss.
Foul over the top of Iguodala and a chance for a three-point play.
Ooh. Okay, Stephen Crowell. A little upset on that last turnover. Getting double teamed in the post, but beautiful feed from Davis. Oh, and Crowell goes with ill intentions. Nice finish.
Crowell, the 7-footer out of Eagan, Minnesota. His third year in Madison. Sean Jones checks in for Marquette. Crowell just continues to get better and better each and every year, much like Tyler Wall and the other players that we were talking about early on in the broadcast.
Tyler Wall's starting to look for a three-point shot when it's available, so that was something that he did not have in his game the previous season.
Kolek threw it away, tried to hit Oso Iguodala. Now Hepburn. And Jordan Davis launches from 3-2 strong, tapped out by Crowell.
Excellent decision by Crowell on the tap out. Knew he couldn't get both hands on the rock. Tips it to Chucky Hepburn, and they can reset the offense.
Wisconsin dominating the glass right now. Davis hangs and able to hit.
Ooh. Okay, Jordan, I see you. Big boy ball right there. Puts his shoulder into the defender and creates a space.
Now a three by Prosper. Prosper still is yet to hit a shot. Just 1.0 for 3 from the floor after coming off a 24-point game against Baylor.
Oh, Marquette had a little bit of miscommunication there defensively, and they were fortunate to not pay the price.
Sejan now intercepted by Kolek. Tyler Kolek.
Well, beautiful anticipation by Tyler. He saw Sejan off balance trying to make the save, shoots the gap, gets the easy deuce.
Good pressure here by Sean Jones on Chucky Hepburn. Good test. Hepburn left alone. Can't do it with Chucky. He's perfect so far.
Chucky getting into that rhythm bounce now. Trying to keep his defender off balance. Does a really good job creating that space on that jumper.
Close to double figures. He's got 10 for Wisconsin. Prosper into the lane.
I like how Max gets a foot in the paint almost every time. Put pressure on the defense.
Now open look. And Jones.
Now that was just the opposite of Cam Jones, because that was a line drive, but he got it to drop.
The Ohio native knocks down a triple. Tyler Wall, the layup blocked on the weak side, but a foul. Prosper called for the personal. It's raining threes here in downtown Milwaukee.
And Chucky Hepburn is in the party, ladies and gentlemen. Getting his rhythm dribbled down.
Yep. Out of Wisconsin by Detroit, Chucky Hepburn, Tyler Wall. Those are two guys that have been relied on so heavily over the course of the beginning of the season as kind of difference makers and focal points. They're the first two guys that guys are looking at for opponents in terms of scouting reports now.
I agree. And, you know, it's a little bit difficult. You're playing at this level to go from a supporting role to the main, you know, you move up the scouting report, so to speak. So, but both these young men, Tyler Wall and Chucky Hepburn, have handled it very well. You're talking about a Wisconsin team that's 2 box outs away from being undefeated right now.
They took Kansas into overtime in the Bahamas, lost by 1 point. Their 2 losses are by combined 4 points.
Yep, and that Wake Forest team is pretty good, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to do some damage in the ACC.
And a little bit of a push that time. Sean Jones got a little extended there, and an unforced error there by the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, Shaka Smart not happy about that call right there. I didn't see the chicken wing come up. But James Breeden was right there. He was all over. Oh, nice job by Cam Jones. Really bothering Klesmith that time.
Inside feed on Hepburn, and he pulls it out. 3 minutes to go in this first half. Hepburn, open look. Jordan Davis from the corner. And a nice tap out by Kolek.
Well, that was a heads-up play, wasn't it, Jeff? I mean, that's instinctive. That cannot be taught. I've always been impressed with Marquette's floor spacing. Really open it up, allowing whoever feels like they have the matchup to take it.
Go to shoot. Cam Jones got to go. Wall's on him. Jones. A little bit too much floor spacing that time.
I like what Jones did, though. He didn't settle for a contested shot. He got into the lane area and made something happen. The shot didn't fall, but I like his decision.
Marquette down by 4 here at home. Klesmith, good ball fake. Hepburn's got to go. Still hasn't missed.
Wow. Chucky Hepburn. Oh, my goodness. He's got that bounce and the swag here this afternoon.
Looking like he did when he hit that game winner against Purdue last year as a freshman. Iguodaro still waiting for him to really take charge in this ball game. He's got 6.
His teammates have got to look for him a little bit more, though, Jeff, in my opinion. Let him get into the post area because Wisconsin so far has not double-teamed the post. Iguodaro could get to where he wants to.
Wall from 3. Tyler Wall. They are all hitting from 3 today. 6 out of 12.
And you could tell just by the way that Marquette played their defensive possession that time, they were okay with Tyler Wall taking that 3-point shot.
This is his second make from 3 all season. He's now 2 for 12.
Yep. But Marquette was reading the scouting report, but this is not a scouting report game. It's a rivalry game. Crazy things happen.
Joplin fouled on his drive by Tyler Wall. We'll go back to these last couple of possessions for Wisconsin. Hepburn first.
When Hepburn can get left and get his feet square, that's his shot right there. So Smart get to his position. And then Tyler Wall, no hesitation. Nice follow through. Wisconsin really efficient on the offensive end.
That's a shot a couple of years ago. Wall doesn't even think about it.
You're right.
Dishes it away. Kolek drives. He tried to finish with the left hand.
Kolek needed one more bounce and to come to a jump stop, and he'd been wide open. Now, it's easy for me to say that because I'm sitting here not going against that Badger defense.
30 seconds to go in a timeout called by Wisconsin. 22 seconds to operate on that shot clock. And from what you've seen from Wisconsin, I mean, they've been, again, shooting a while since a road team has won in this rivalry. And again, Wisconsin's never won in this building. You're going to go back to the Bradley Center in 2016. But Wisconsin has done such a good job shooting the basketball here in this first half.
Yeah, and they're getting good looks, and what happens is three-point shots are contagious. So you get your first couple ones down, and all of a sudden everybody wants to get into the groove.
Shooting 68% in this first half are the Badgers. For Marquette, they're shooting better than 50% too. Shot clock winding down. Hepburn from the logo. Come on! You got to be kidding me, Chucky Hepburn.
My goodness. Are we seeing an offensive outburst here this afternoon?
Earlier in the week, different animal here with Wisconsin.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Marquette has 12 made field goals here in the first half. They thrive off getting into their pressure on made field goals. Let's see what Marquette does here.
And a foul on Hepburn. Fouls to give. Still two more.
And you're gonna see another foul here.
Go, go, go!
And get the whistle there.
See, Sean Jones being a freshman, Mark, he doesn't understand that they were coming to foul him. Got to get up into your shooting motion in that situation right there.
I think he tried to just a little bit late. Kamari McGee checks in. Still one more foul to give as Oso Iguodala's got it. Didn't get rid of it in time anyway. And Wisconsin with an 11-point lead against Marquette, who has never trailed at the half at home this season.
Well,
14-5 in the rebound discrepancy. Second chance points and turnovers, kind of where you want them to be, but Marquette has no chance if Wisconsin continues to shoot the way that they're shooting.
Yeah, they've got to change up their defense. They've got to do something differently because Wisconsin was just in a great flow and getting other guys involved. Chucky Hepburn's hurt. I mean, he's trying to make it go, but it looks like he may have a groin something or the other.
Oh, man, that is a huge loss. If Chucky Hepburn has to miss a significant amount of time. Just came out of the half. And he is in a great amount of pain.
You saw it right there when he tried to take a step.
Just locked up on him.
Yeah, I don't know. It might have been a groin or something, but see how Wisconsin responds.
I mean, that is huge within the first 10 seconds of the second half. Jordan Davis launches from three, and they pick up right where they left off.
I mean, those are the best three-point shots to take out of a double team. Catch and release. Jordan Davis continue the hot hand.
Jordan Davis missed 4 shots in that first half as Cam Jones couldn't hit on the other side. Largest lead of the game for Wisconsin at 14 points. Listen, Hepburn didn't miss a shot. Wall didn't miss a shot. And Matt Klesmit didn't miss a shot. Sejan had a good look inside.
Oh, it's a beautiful cut by the freshman there. Known for his three-point shooting ability, but that time taking what the defense gave him.
Might have to see a bigger role for Sejan here in the second half if Hepburn can't come back onto the floor.
Yeah, I know young people are miraculous in terms of their healing powers, but Chucky looked like he was in a lot of pain going back to the locker room.
He's still back there. We'll get you an update when one comes available. Connor Sejan, who's really stepped up in his freshman season out of Fort Wayne.
Done an excellent job. I'll tell you what, Klesmit and McGee have combined for 12 points as well. And they gave Hepburn a little blow in the first half.
That's a big shot from Omax Prosper. Had just 1 point in the first half, and he makes his first shot of the game right here.
And so now Marquette can get into a little bit of their extended pressure on that made field goal.
Klesmit goes to the rack, and he's fouled. Klesmit's going to go to the line. Chucky Hepburn going into the locker room into the half and then coming out to start the second half. It just doesn't look like he's all that comfortable here.
Well, and when Wisconsin comes together right before the beginning of the second half, he was still dribbling. So he was trying to stay loose, trying to stay warm. We'll figure it out here soon, but exactly what's going on with him. But boy, he was in a lot of pain going to the locker room.
Klesmit at the line after Oso Iguodala picked up the foul. Klesmit hit them both.
Hey, if you're Wisconsin, this is how you punch a team in the mouth coming out for the halftime break. Trying to put a little bit of distance between themselves and the Golden Eagles.
Crowley just picked up the foul. It's his first. Neither team really got into any foul issues in that first half. Neither team got into the bonus.
Prosper and when Joplin come back in the game, when he comes back, those two have to press the issue. Between them, they average 26 points a game. Right now, they've got 3.
And now Prosper fouled by Tyler Wall. So we didn't see the officials blow many whistles in that first half. First minute change here in the second half. A few more whistles coming in.
Yeah, you know, the officials get evaluated, in my opinion, too much, even at halftime sometimes. And so, I don't know, that might have been an adjustment that they were asked to make.
Nice move by Cam Jones. Jones hit a couple of threes in the first half. That's his first 2-pointer.
Oh, I like what Stephen Crowd did right there. Nothing malicious, but he needed to clear the space. He raised the ball up and got Iguodala off his back.
Out of bounds, going to stay with Wisconsin. 12 on that shot clock. Iguodala almost got one right in the nose.
Yep. And you know what? In today's game, Crowd did a really good job because sometimes you'll get hit with an offensive foul just trying to clear your space.
Davis. Kolek controls the rebound. Wisconsin does a nice job getting back on defense. Jones with a floater. He's going to go to the line. Pick up a Sejan. Second foul for a Sejan.
Jeff, you notice the emphasis for Marquette here in the second half. Get shots at the Big East logo. Trying to get inside that Wisconsin defense. It's the 3rd attempt that we've seen thus far on that area of the floor.
Took 8 threes, did Marquette in that first half. 5 for 8. Shot at a very high percentage. But this Wisconsin defense, you can get them in that painted area. Isaac Lindsey checks in for the first time, replacing a Sejan.
Well, Connor Sejan starting to understand what it means to move up the scouting report.
Klesmit just went to the bench. He's got a little blood on his leg. So they're going to send both teams to their benches while Klesmit gets a little medical attention. Point lead right now for Wisconsin. Well, they clean everything up. Join Fox Sports and nonprofit partner Good Sports in giving the gift of play this holiday season and help keep children in high-need communities across the country engaged in sports and play. Visit goodsports.org/Fox Sports to learn more. And Jones, this is the free throw.
And now Marquette, make or miss, trying to get into a little full court pressure. They haven't been running and jumping where they double team the basketball.
Klesmit with a good look from 3 and couldn't hit it. Klesmit, his first missed shot of the afternoon.
There's an underrated nature to the Wisconsin Badgers, and that is how physical they are. Great move by Jones.
Fantastic move at the cut from Cam Jones.
And now Marquette trying to heat the ball up, trying to get this crowd back into the game. And Wisconsin more than happy to take their time to get a high possession look.
Wall on Iguodala. That's the matchup you wanted to see. Iguodala forced a tough shot.
He's such a great defender, Jeff, because he doesn't have to leave his feet prematurely. He's long enough, he's athletic enough to time a block. He just walled up that time and did a really good job.
Speaking of Wall, there's Tyler shutting down the lane on Stevie Mitchell. Time to shoot for the Golden Eagles. Iguodala one-on-one against Crowell. And a foul on Crowell.
Well, I know the Wisconsin bench didn't like that. Looked like a late call, but I think it was the right call, Jeff.
The whistle came in awfully late. Right there with that left hand as it was coming up.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a veteran officiating crew. Jeffrey Anderson, James Breeding, and Bert Smith. I mean, these guys are three of the best in the business, so there weren't many complaints in the first half. I don't expect many here in the second.
10 total fouls in that first half. Already got 5 within the first 4 minutes as Carter Gilmore checks in for Crowell, who just picked up the second. Your depth is already going to be tested with Chucky Hepburn still back in the locker room.
But this is one of the beauty of sports to me, Jeff, in that you can lose your best player, your hottest player, and yet Wisconsin's been able to extend the lead into this recent run by Marquette.
A lane violation on Wisconsin gives Oso Ighodaro another opportunity. Came into the game just 7 for 17 from the free throw line. Able to make it 1 out of 2.
If Ighodaro gets in the gym and shoots 500 jumpers a day, he will be playing at the NBA level. He can get that jumper more consistent, his free throws more consistent. He does everything else very well. Look at that.
Good help on Klesmit. And they pick up a whistle on Ross. Takes us to a timeout. Cam Jones trying to keep the Golden Eagles in this one here at home.
I mean, when you talk about a one-hand move, we're going about Omax Prosper in terms of being aggressive, looking for his scoring ability. If Marquette's going to cut into this deficit, they've got to make hay right now, because Chucky Hepburn could do a Willis Reed and come out of the locker room and be quite inspiring. And go look that up, young people.
Pretty impressive.
Yes.
Let me just tell you.
Yeah.
Not that I saw it. I've seen it plenty of times. 10 to shoot here for Wisconsin.
Tyler Wall's going to have to make something happen.
Ighodaro in his face. Here goes Wall into the corner. Bradley Lindsay. It's blocked by Ross. And a shot clock violation. Chase Ross has been an animal on defense.
Yeah, he really has. And I think he's really accepted his role, Jeff, in terms of being a defensive stopper. And anytime you play with this type of energy, the ball tends to find you on the offensive end. Let's see if he can get involved here.
Ross has 8 points off the bench. Finds him here at the top of the key. And a foul on Jordan Davis. Already the 15th foul for Wisconsin.
And you know what Marquette's doing, Jeff? They're driving every single time with intention to get a foot in the paint, but also to pick up these fouls, and it's been effective here to start.
Well, 15:21 left to go. You see Jordan Davis heading to the bench. Hunter Sejan checks back in. I mean, this is a huge depth check for Wisconsin. And so much game left.
We call on that, Jeff.
Kolek trying to drive. Kicks it out. Jones able to get it down on the ground and a double dribble. He tried to sell it.
Great close out there defensively. I believe that was Klesmit closing out on the shot, or Lindsay. Yeah, it was Klesmit. Great job. They're forcing the turnover, not allowing Jones a clean look.
Yeah, the travel there. It's a 9-2 run right now for Marquette to get back in it. See Sean Jones checking in for Cam Jones. Bringing up the pressure, Ighodaro. Now Prosper with a slam.
Now Marquette will look like hyenas after a while because they get a steal. The energy's turned up now for the Golden Eagles. This is the way they want to play.
And Kamari McGee is going to check in for Wisconsin. Great feed there from one of the top assist men in the country.
We talked about it. 8th in the country are the Golden Eagles in terms of points off of turnovers. They average 20 a game in that department.
Prosper lighting up. Tyler Wall in the backcourt. There goes Jones. Fortunate to find Gilmore's hands open to Sejan. And Connor Sejan quiets the crowd.
Hey, that's how you do it there. Find your shooter cross court. Beautiful cross court feed into an open jump shot.
And Marquette did everything so well defensively. And then Sejan able to hit the shot. Jones, his floater, no. Into the hands of Jones again. Kolek from 3. In and out. Connor is sieging, right place, right time, and the purity of this shot from the young freshman.
I saw Connor sieging in Wisconsin practice early in the year, and Greg Gard said every time it leaves his hands, it looks like it's going in. And that time, nothing but cotton, no rim whatsoever.
Siegin had over 2,500 points in his high school career. Think about all the great scores that have come out of the state of Indiana, and he's in the top 10 ever. And we're getting a foul on Sean Jones.
Now, to Sean Jones's credit, he got bumped into that situation. You see right there, he got picked, and he's just trying to catch his balance. Comes into McGee and gets that call. Very fortunate for the Badgers there.
2 on Sean Jones now. Wall and Klesmith, the only starters on the floor for Wisconsin. Carter Gilmore, Kamari McGee, Connor Siegin.
Tim Gilmore can take advantage of this mismatch.
Cross-court pass to Siegin, same spot, not the same result.
Great look, though, out of the double team.
Joplin, who was so great against Baylor's been awfully quiet this afternoon. There's a 3. Right on cue, he drills the 3.
Well, he's so confident, Jim. Kamari McGee was right there on the catch. It didn't matter. Joplin playing with ultimate confidence.
Marquette 7 out of 12 from 3 in the game. Kamari McGee into the corner again. Extra pass. Klesmith. And a whistle on Ross. David Joplin, who put up 19 points on 6 of 7 from the floor against Baylor. He was plus 34. That's a huge number.
Playing, and I'm telling you, Kamari McGee was right there on the catch. But when you got a guy shooting with that much confidence, it really doesn't matter.
Coming off the bench, averaging nearly 12 a game. Native of Milwaukee, went to Brookfield Central. Depending on traffic, 15 minutes away from Fiserv Forum. Crowell was left alone. And a foul on Oso Ighodaro. Well, they let him play in the first half, not let him play here in the second half. Physical game, rivalry game, and that's the 3rd on Ighodaro.
And that's a tough break, too. And great recognition by Wall right there. The catch and rip, drawing the contact, recognizing that Ighodaro was off balance defensively.
Just under 13 minutes to go, and 3 fouls on Ighodaro. Siegin hit that in his sleep.
But Wisconsin, one of the better teams in college basketball, scoring on out-of-bounds plays. They don't just get the ball in. They look to take advantage.
Jones isolated now to Joplin with Wall on him. Joplin, tough shot. Great offensive rebound. And Joplin, no. Got that one. A 3-for-1 deal for Joplin.
Determined to get that bucket in.
See the scoring run here coming up on 6 minutes for Marquette. And an offensive foul. There's Joplin again bringing the energy.
Yep. That's why he likes coming off the bench. He can read the way the game is going, and he can come in and add some intensity. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Oh, I can understand why Klesmith was a little upset with that. As much contact as we've seen all afternoon. That's a tough call.
It's a second on Klesmith, who hits the bench. Same with Tyler Wall. Next whistle, immediate timeout. Marquette down by 7. Jones on the take. Cam Jones taking over.
And beautiful utilization of the change of pace. That time froze his defender long enough to create the crease to get all the way to the bucket.
Corner for three. A Sejan buckets. Ice water in that kid's veins.
I'm telling you, he has been the security blanket the last 5 minutes for the Badgers. He has bailed them out of 3 possessions.
Jones on the other end answers. That is what this rivalry is all about.
That's spot on, Joe. That's why we love calling these. But look at the defense. Swarming nature of Marquette right now. Not a lot of driving lanes open.
McGee operating that offense. Sejan steps into it. There's Prosper knocked out of his hands. And right there to collect it, Sejan. Shaka Smart with a little bit of confusion with the officials, but a shootout here in downtown Milwaukee.
And Connor Sejan is the main culprit right now. Wisconsin, 10 of 19, 53% from the field. So, got to pick up the defensive effort.
And considering the fact that Wisconsin shot 70% from the floor in the first half, they're shooting just 50 in the second half. So they've done a much better job. Jones goes to the rack. And a chance for a three-point play for Cam Jones. Look at him.
Great call out of the timeout to get Cam Jones isolated and able to go to his strong left hand. Hesitation dribble. Gets Klesmit on his hip and lets the crowd know how happy he is about it.
Connor Sejan just picked up his third. And no Chucky Hepburn, not even on the bench. Left in the first couple of seconds of this second half. Questionable to return. Just a 5-point game. Marquette's got to clean up their foul shooting as well.
I agree.
It's 3 of 7 from the stripe.
And 1 or 2 of those was a front end of a 1-and-1. So it really has hurt them in a game when you're not going to get that many opportunities. Got to capitalize.
Iguodala's going to check in with his 3 fouls as Joplin checks out. You got Wisconsin in the bonus. Marquette's in the bonus room. We're shooting a lot of free throws here down the stretch, Stephen.
Yeah, we had a fast first half, but it doesn't appear that it's going to be the same here in the second.
Klesmit misses the front end of his 1-and-1.
And you know what? Sometimes missed free throws are an indication of how hard guys are playing.
Prosper digging in on Wall. Prosper got it blocked by Wall. Got it back and finished that time.
Great determination by Omax. Flexing at the rim.
An offensive foul on Chase Ross. Klesmit was in great position under the hoop.
Oh, I need to see that one again, Jeff. Klesmit is still on the ground here, but oh yeah, okay. He caught a knee to the midsection.
Outside the restricted area as well.
Yeah, he was there. That's a good call.
For Ross, that is his 4th foul. Such energy on the defensive end. Ross heads to the bench. Kamari McGee was about ready to check in.
And you know Klesmit is hurt, but he does not want to come out of this game.
Again, their depth is tested in a big way today with no Hepburn, at least for now in this second half. Who's going to be the guy to step up for the Badgers? Up by 3.
Oh, nice switch defensively.
And Crowell will go to the line with a chance for 3.
See, I thought it was a good switch defensively, but Crowell dove to the paint, reacted to the defense. Watch here. He dives in the paint. Omax Prosper can't do anything about it. And one opportunity for Crowell.
For Prosper, it's his 3rd, so he and Iguodala both have 3 fouls. And Crowell converts on that 3-point opportunity. 5 out of 7 from the line for Wisconsin.
Well, Wisconsin has an answer every single time. Marquette closes the gap.
What a great battle that was right there. Wall and Prosper. Kolek feeling the double. It's out of bounds. And it's going to go to Wisconsin. Great help defense from Wall.
And Omax has to yell at Tyler that there's a double coming. You have to communicate and help your teammates out when they can't see an additional defender coming on their blind side.
10 turnovers for the Badgers, 8 for Marquette thus far. Plesmith, who just couldn't finish it. Good action, though, from Wisconsin.
He wants that one back. Stevie Mitchell did a really good job of bothering him on that release.
Nearly a magical shot by Cam Jones. He's going to go to the line. Pick up Jordan Davis with the foul. That's his third.
Look, Cam Jones is a little unorthodox. That's why it's a little bit tougher to guard him. You know, those lefties have an advantage. Because as a defensive player, you're used to guarding so many right-handed players. When a lefty comes, it throws you off balance just a little bit.
Jones able to hit the first. And take a look at this rebounding discrepancy. At least in the first half, Wisconsin had 14-5 the advantage. Look at Marquette. Part of that is because Wisconsin shot the ball so well in that first half.
Yep.
Not as great here in the second half, but there were some question marks on whether or not Marquette would even get to 20 rebounds in the game.
You're right, Jeff, and it's an indication, once again, like rebounding is an indication of effort. And so you see that Marquette has turned up the defensive pressure here, only down 4.
Shooting 63% of the Golden Eagles in this second half. Crowell inside.
Oh,
right over the top of Kolek.
That's weight room, baby. Crowell in the weight room. Going right through Kolek, who is not a small guy.
Jones trying to put this game on his shoulders. Somehow kept it alive. Still plenty of time in that shot clock. And a whistle. Gilmore can't believe it. And it's not on him, it's on Essegian, and that's his 4th.
Wow, Connor Essegian. Let's take a look at this, Jeff. Kolek turns the corner.
Could have got Wall on that too.
Yeah, definitely.
Wall was the one who came in and scraped. Instead of Essegian with those 12 points, most coming in the second half, goes to the bench with 4 fouls. So no Hepburn, at least for now, questionable, and in the locker room. Essegian on the bench with 4 fouls.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see Chucky this afternoon. When you're in the locker room that long with the type of injury, some sort of lower body injury, if you don't keep it warm, you might as well just start icing.
Feels like Stephen Crowell is starting to really emerge offensively for Wisconsin. Meanwhile, David Joplin checks in from Marquette. Kind of sparked a good rally for the Golden Eagles. He and Prosper. Wall's going to bring it up.
Let's see if Omax can heat the ball up on Tyler Wall. He didn't. And you see Jones up there defensively, trying to make them uncomfortable.
Good switch by Iguodaro. Gilmore with it, 7 to shoot. Wall for 3. Good box out by Prosper. Marquette with an opportunity to make it a 1-possession game. Kolek drives. Kolek missed the layup.
He wants that one back. Stephen Crowell on a nice challenge, though. Forces the miss. Well, this crowd is ready to explode.
Plesmith got in tight. Gilmore, no, and a foul. Gilmore's going to go to the line. Takes us to a timeout. Stephen Crowell starting to take advantage offensively for Wisconsin.
Well, this is a sign of a good team. Other players can step up when your main guy goes out. Stephen Crowell in the way here in the second half.
That's what they were so good at against Baylor. They had so much pressure on that Baylor offense. Force them into 20 turnovers. And Gilmore at the line to shoot a couple. Both teams in the double bonus. Gilmore misses the first.
And Wisconsin is been a little bit better from the line than Marquette, but not many opportunities at all this afternoon. And Hepburn back trying to loosen up behind the bench.
First signs that we've seen of Chucky Hepburn this entire half. On his feet behind that Wisconsin bench. Pollock looking for help. It's Joplin now. Joplin on the drive to the left hand.
See, that's set up because Joplin is a tremendous three-point shooter. The closeout is too hard, and Joplin goes all the way to the whole pass wall.
There's Chucky Hepburn. First time we've seen him since seconds into the second half, and here he comes. Chucky time for Wisconsin.
But he's running better.
He did not look comfortable at all. He'll check in after the first free throw from Klesmit.
But you know what I'm so surprised at, Joe? Generally, when a player gets hurt and they stay out this long, you don't see him for the rest of the game. So Hepburn looks like he's loose. He's got a lather going. Let's see if how strong he can finish here.
Had about 2.5 half times that he had to get loose. He's back out now. Jones. Max Prosper. Iguodaro isolated on Crowell. Iguodaro with the right hand, no. Tyler Wall with the rebound.
Well, that's a tough finish that Iguodaro attempted there. It is right on the left side of the bucket. You got to have a lot of things happening for that one to drop.
Wall on Joplin. Wall too strong for the senior.
Well, Tyler Wall can live on that post. Wisconsin able to find him in his sweet spot. Defense was not coming on the double team that time.
Great screen. Jones, chance for three. Spinorama from Cam Jones.
Tell you, from Memphis, Tennessee, they like their barbecue down there. They like their spin cycle as well. Cam Jones starting right, coming back to that strong left hand. Looking a little bit like Larry Holmes there with the cotton in the nose, trying to stop the bleeding.
Had a career high 20 against Baylor. He has now established a new career high with 22 this afternoon, make it 23.
And Larry Holmes, young people, was a boxer. Don't look that up. Oh, Hepburn looks good bringing the rock up here.
See how his shot feels in his first attempt. Not taking a shot in almost an hour. 5 to shoot. Hepburn to Klesmit for three. And an air ball. A shot clock violation. Good stand from Marquette.
It was a good stand. And Chucky Hepburn decided to give the rock up in that situation. I think he's trying to get a little bit more comfortable before he looks to make that move. A nice closeout on Klesmit to force the miss and the turn and the shot clock violation.
Coming up on 5 minutes to go here in this second half. We're going to go down to the wire, it feels like.
Which a lot of these do.
Good blocks out by Klesmit.
Yeah. Marquette really hasn't, with only 5 offensive rebounds, Wisconsin's done a really good job of cleaning that defensive glass up.
Double on Wall, looking for help. And Klesmit fouled Prosper as he was trying to get that loose ball. Third on Klesmit. They were working on this entire shoot-around, doubling Wall in that corner.
Yep, and nice timing there by Iguodaro. Comes and closes it down. And you know what? That was a pretty good foul by Klesmit, because there would have been a 3-on-2 advantage for Marquette had he not committed that foul.
So Klesmit sitting on 3 fouls. Davis with 3, Crowell with 3, Esijan has 4. Prosper goes to the line.
The way that Marquette's been shooting free throws, make them earn it in this scenario.
Prosper clean on the first. 2 for 3 from the line this afternoon. Sejan's going to check in for Klesmit with those 4 fouls. More than anything, give Klesmit a little bit of a breather.
Yep.
He's been working hard today.
He has, especially here in the second half until Hepburn just came back.
Prosper 2 for 2 on this trip. 1-point game.
Well, I would really heat Hepburn up right now.
Hepburn sidesteps Kolek. His floater no good. His first miss of the day, but an offensive rebound for the Badgers.
Ooh, Tyler Wall got away with the chicken wing there.
Yes, he did. Shot clock winding down behind the back to Crowell for 3. And another offensive rebound to Sejan.
Tell you what, Connor Sejan, freshman, playing with 4 fouls. But boy, he feels right at home.
It's a long time for Marquette to defend. Coming up on a full minute on defense. Wall. Spin move. No. Follow Davis. No. Another chance. No. That's 5 offensive rebounds in 1 possession. But Marquette has the possession on the hell ball. Boy, what a sequence and what a hold from Marquette.
Yeah, unreal effort on both ends of the floor. Boy, stay tuned.
They led. Have possession after the hell ball. Cam Jones has been a monster in the second half. Gone for a career high 23 so far this afternoon. Crowd is involved. A little bit more Marquette just because we're in Milwaukee instead of Madison, but plenty of Badger fans in the house today. Stevie Mitchell ran into Davis.
Well, you have got to be strong with the basketball. You go in the paint, you're going to get some contact.
Iguodaro inside. He's going to the line. Foul on Crowell. And that's number 4.
Great patience this time by Marquette. They had a couple options that didn't plan out quite the way they would prefer. Iguodaro going into the paint, drawing the contact. Good execution there.
The Crowell now with 4 fouls. When Hepburn was out, he was kind of the go-to guy on offense. Hepburn's back in, checked in with just under 8 minutes to go, and Iguodaro misses again from the foul line.
Well, this crowd is ready to erupt, yeah.
You're not kidding.
You heard a collective, sigh there.
Missed them both.
Well, see, Wisconsin can do this possession. I'm thinking Tyler Wall should get the call. Chucky Hepburn still looks a little tentative and not aggressive with the rock.
Hepburn around the screen of Crowell. Finds a Sejan. Out of bounds. Going to stay with Wisconsin with a fresh 20. They've been getting to those offensive rebounds the last couple of possessions, Stephen. At 4 on that one right before our last timeout.
Well, that's a tough shot by Sejan, and look at Stephen Crowell get in there. Guards have to clamp down on the backside.
Wisconsin has not scored in almost 3.5 minutes. 1 for the last 10 from the floor. Step back from Hepburn, in and out. And a strong rebound by Iguodaro.
Boy, I mean, that was a great look by Hepburn, though. I think he's back into it.
He was perfect in the first half. Long rest. He's 0 for 2 in the second half. Kolek in the corner. Prosper for the lead. No. Another good look from Omax.
Well, beautiful setup once again by Kolek.
Timeout, Wisconsin. 2:19 to go in downtown Milwaukee. Don't go anywhere. This one could be one for the ages.
In these late game tight situations, especially with a guy like Chucky Hepburn handling the rock.
It felt like he might not come back, and then he emerged out of the locker room. About 8 minutes to go in this second half. He's only taken 2 shots, 0 for 2, after he had 16 in the first half. Everybody on their feet in this arena. Pressure by Stevie Mitchell here on Hepburn. Run out of time, Asijan. Turn it over. Kolek was right there. Fast break for Marquette. Stevie Mitchell lays it up and in. First lead for Marquette since 1833 in the first half.
Tell you what, Connor Asijan hasn't made many mistakes, but that time trying to do a little bit too much under duress. This is where Tyler Wall does his most damage.
Wall all over the place and over the back. Kolek again forces a turnover. Cam Jones taking a couple of extra moments to get himself collected. A couple of great last possessions defensively for Marquette.
Yeah, Kolek got all over Connor Asijan to force that turnover. And then this mad, I don't know, mad scramble, I guess, for the rock results in a turnover. Marquette ball.
Wisconsin now with 7 second half turnovers, 14 in the game, almost double their season average. Prosper for 3, short. Jordan Davis with the rebound.
That was a set play. Either Cam Jones could get downhill and look for a shot, or they kick it back out to Omax. Just couldn't find the range that time.
And a timeout called by Greg Gard in Wisconsin. They've got 1 left, and they are down by 1.
Boy, Jeff, I have not seen this before. Chucky Hepburn was hot at Greg Gard.
Both teams are going to be shooting free throws heading down the stretch. It's been that way since about the 10-minute mark. Wisconsin only 1 timeout left. Marquette's got 3 of them. And a 1-point lead for the Golden Eagles. Possession error, by the way, with Wisconsin as well.
This is going to Tyler Wall. He's going to get this opportunity to score in the post.
They added 1 second during that timeout.
Well, maybe not. Looks like the Chucky Hepburn show.
Hepburn step back 3. There's it. That's the first half, Chucky.
He knew exactly where he was going.
And a timeout called by Shaka Smart, trying to draw something up. Boy, when Wisconsin needs a big bucket, who shows up? That glare tells you everything.
Chucky Hepburn.
Part of this program under Shaka Smart the last couple of years. But it doesn't have to be with the style that they are. But right now, in crunch time, crashing the boards is critical. See the last home loss. New Year's Day. Earlier this year, it's been 13 straight home wins for Marquette. Put it in the hands of Cam Jones. He's had the hot hand in the second half.
Oh, man, Jordan Davis made him pick up his dribble.
Kolek to Omax Prosper, loose ball. Iguodaro out of his hands, going to stay with Marquette with 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Greg Gard wants him to review this. They're thinking that it might be out on Marquette here.
Under 2 minutes, they can go take a look at whatever they'd like to.
See Omax Prosper. Good hands by Tyler Wall there. Oh, I think. See, I understand why Greg Gard challenged that, because if that's not a foul, that might be out on Iguodaro.
Klesmik got a lot of that wrist forearm area,
yes,
which forced that ball out of his hands.
But this is going to be very interesting how the officials figure this out here. Good hands by Wall. Iguodaro's right there, but he gets racked across the arm. And no call.
The officials are going to keep the possession with Marquette. I think that's the right call, realizing that, okay, maybe it was off of Iguodala, but we may have missed a foul there.
I agree.
Kind of karma.
But 6 seconds here. They've got to do something quickly.
Kolek's got it in the corner. Feeds. Oh, my goodness! Also Iguodala for the tie!
Wisconsin in these situations, they like to let it play out. Especially with Chucky Hepburn with the ball in his hands. If I'm Marquette, Jeff, I'd double team Chucky Hepburn.
Hepburn for the lead. No good. Rebound, Joplin, a heave at the horn. Off the backboard. And to overtime we go.
Did we expect anything else, Jeff?
Not from this rivalry. How about that? He was able to give the lead to Wisconsin on that shot. And then also Iguodala, this is what tied it for Marquette.
Great play and great execution in a shortened shot clock situation.
Well, here we go in overtime. Chucky Hepburn. And Wisconsin, what are they going to do? They've had plenty of overtime games here recently. 2 of their last 4. And now 3 of their last 5. Ball going to work. And it's out of bounds, going to stay with Wisconsin in a fresh 20. But the rebounding has really started to become an issue for Marquette on this end of the floor.
It really is. Stephen Crowell doing a great job of crashing down. Marquette has to switch so much, and the guards end up trying to keep Crowell off the glass, which is not an easy task.
Crowell the mismatch.
Great feed. Great pass fake by Chucky Hepburn. Throws the defense, got it right to Tyler Wall.
Wall now with 12 points. Kolek, nice spin move. Kolek finds Prosper inside. And he's going to go to the line. Wall's going to get the foul. It's his 3rd. And how about this possession from Hepburn distributing for Wisconsin?
Well, watch the ball fake right there. That's all it took to freeze the defense just a second. Beautiful feed. Easy deuce for Wisconsin.
Prosper at the line for a couple. 3 for 4 so far. And then make it 4 out of 5.
Marquette's left some laundry in the washing machine here from the free throw line. 11-17.
Wisconsin on the other end of that, 7 of 11. Prosper's had a much better second half, had just 1 point in the first half. A lot of these fans have not had a seat for a while.
Oh, great atmosphere here this afternoon. Turning into evening now in the overtime period.
Good help defense by Jones. Davis lost it into the hands of Cam Jones. Another turnover from Wisconsin. 15 of them in the game.
I'll try to get Cam Jones going here offensively. Good hands.
Tap out by Chucky Hepburn on the weak side.
Heads up play by Hepburn.
Jones had beat him. 3 ball off the top of the backboard.
But Tyler Kolek is calling for a special play here. Looks like they're trying to get Iguodala on ball exchange. They don't know what they're doing, Jeff. This is a disjointed effort here by Marquette.
Shaka Smart, you can see his frustration at the beginning of this play. Kolek's got to get rid of it. Prosper wide open. And Iguodala taps it out. Mitchell for 3. Well, they had a shot. They had open looks all over the floor after the offensive rebound.
And that was a good look by Mitchell. That's the best time to shoot a 3 is on an offensive rebound when the defense is not balanced.
His first 3-point attempt in the game. Crowell with Iguodala right on him. Klesmit drives over to Davis. What a big shot for Jordan Davis. He had just hit the top of the backboard on his last shot, and he buries that one.
Got amnesia like his brother.
Kolek short on the free throw extended. Wisconsin up by 3 under 2 to play in overtime.
And Kolek pulled the trigger there, coming up a little short. That's a tough shot, though. 12 to 14-foot floater. Not easy.
Wall initiating the offense. Wall driving, and that was one-on-one, and Wall showing it off to his fans.
Well, he got Omax Prosper off balance. They would get all the way to the bucket.
Timeout, Marquette, and Wisconsin. Nice little 5-0 run here. Tyler Wall and company taking charge.
See, Co-Big-Ten champions last season.
Led by as many as 16 in this second half. They've never won in this building, Wisconsin. Their last win of this series in Milwaukee was at the Bradley Center. Minute and a half and under to go. Prosper in the paint. Looking to create, just did get rid of it. Kolek now to Chaplin for 3. Prosper offensive rebound, and it's going to stay here. Davis locked him up. That's the 4th on Davis.
That's a pretty good look by Joplin. He loves the three-point shot. He got a decent look. All had a chance, didn't drop for him. Prosper getting a rare opportunity from the offensive glass.
So guys starting to get a little gassed here in the overtime. Getting their blood, sweat, and tears on the floor here today at Fiserv Forum. Prosper hits the first.
It's been all that this was built up to be. And the history of this game, befitting that we're in overtime right now.
Prosper hit them both. 1 possession game. For Marquette needs to stop.
This is interesting. Wisconsin taking it down to the last 10 seconds of the shot clock.
Wall initiates the offense. Jordan Davis into the corner. Time winding down. There's Wall. And Cam Jones with the rebound. Here come the Golden Eagles.
Oh, what a screen by Iguodala.
Jones for 3. Ties it up. Cam Jones when they need him most. Onions. Timeout, Wisconsin. Cam Jones a career high 26. And there is life back in the Golden Eagles' wings.
I don't know if Cam Johnson is tied camera on Chucky Hepburn and Tyler Wall, because more than likely one of those two will get this opportunity here for Wisconsin.
2-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Shaka Smart, after upsetting Baylor earlier in the week, trying to take down Wisconsin. Wisconsin trying to get up off the mat after a loss against Wake Forest a couple of days ago.
Watch Connor Essegian in the corner here.
Hepburn to Klesmit. Inside, got it. 3.5 seconds to go. Timeout, Marquette.
Boy, you talking about a physical finish.
Tyler Wall trying to set up the defense.
I like how Steven Crowell's on the ball. It's going to make it very difficult for Kolek.
He can move. Looking for the baseball pass. It's into the hands of Tyler Wall and a foul. 2.4 to go. He was looking for Omax Prosper, but too much on the throw from Kolek.
Well, he was trying to get that banana cut for Cam Jones, and Wisconsin was all over it. 3 defenders in that area when that pass was released.
So Tyler Wall is going to go to the line. Wall's been better at the free throw line this year. 82%. And shooting 2. Chance to put this game on ice for Wisconsin, and he missed the first.
What you would expect, right? Marquette still has a chance here.
One timeout left for Marquette. And Wall makes 1 out of 2, and the final timeout for Shaka Smart is used right here. 3 seconds to go. Desperation time for the Golden Eagles.
Well, the last setup that Marquette had, they even Crowell on the basketball.
If you're Wisconsin, do you foul as soon as they get it in?
I would have liked to seen them foul against Kansas because they allowed Kansas to come down and get an offensive rebound and tie it up.
Prosper setting the screen. Kolik's long throw going to be caught by Tyler Wall. And the Wisconsin Badgers come to Milwaukee in an overtime takedown Marquette 80-77. This was one for the ages in this rivalry.
Great game like we talked about. It is